Onward! Attack!
Okay, so I share the screen. We got into the game. So, game 2, sorry, we missed game 1 because players went into the game a bit too fast. I hope you see it properly on your end.
Yes.
Okay, then we're in. So, PepeSmile is leading 1-0. I'll put the score on the screen as well. You can walk us through the matchup a bit.
This
Beware, beware the man of glass.
nice start with the Iris's companions. I think that was used to draw the Rune Mage. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Mage Generator being dropped next turn,
Sons of
and then being
Nilfgaard!
played with the Rune Mage into Temple as like sort of your first 4 cards. On the side of Danirai, Pepe, well, there's the Calvite, did miss the Torres, and misses the Angleam as well. That's really, really unfortunate in this matchup.
Yeah.
So when you see the Calvite coming down round 1, Danirai is going to be very, very happy.
Yeah, otherwise you kind of want to land the temple before playing Calvite most times, so
Yeah.
unfortunate. And there is no pincer maneuvering in Nilfgaard, they are not really well equipped for that. So what you missed only can be brought into your hand by Calvite and Marines.
Ready to board.
Axe all masons.
Yeah, so that's the only gold in Pepe's hand is on board right now. So,
But
really
don't
bronze
you really want to preserve your like better cards for round 2 and 3, where it actually matters?
Pride of the Navy.
Imperial Marines are also basically golds at the moment. 2 per turn, 2 points per turn engines.
For the Queen!
We see that Danirai is
Interesting.
working on his carryover mostly here.
okay. So, actually, yeah, I said like we would likely see the Rune Mage early before the Temple. You actually don't want to do that because you don't want to give spying over to the Rune Mage. So yeah, you want to be very careful of that. But I'm surprised you haven't seen Temple yet.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the
now
temple.
it comes. Well, not enough cursed units for other mid things, and lack of devotion also doesn't help. But yeah, Ada is there now for the temple plays. And well, we see Draug as a potential pick. Yeah, so it's Draug. Yeah, it's better to click temple. So Buchholz, Eldico, and Draug were picked from this temple. But I guess this temple is not being planned to get clicked this round. The hand size is kind of diminishing.
Can you smell it? Victory is on the way.
So yeah, engines working quite nicely, 12 and 6 points at the moment, but one of the Marines was damaged. Yeah, we do see.
Quite surprised this lock hasn't been used yet. These Marines have been going for quite a while now. But yeah, the fact that they've gone for so long means you do kind of need to use the unsafe to get out of the round. Losing on even, I mean, you can kind of try to get away with it with like the Erland and the unsafe still, like use one to win the round 2, use the other to win the round 3. But still, you in this case just rather not lose on even.
Yeah. And Nilfgaard decides I was leading half the round, but now after you challenge me to a duel, I've had enough. Those tactics in hand will not treat them. I think he could have gotten there with only 2 of them, but it would not be ideal to play into the mutant generator even more.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
you get the sense that you are most likely not winning the round.
Yeah. So Redanian Knight is a soldier, correct?
Yes, it should be soldier and the knight.
So that's likely your Behold target. And also Behold does work with the leaders from the pincer maneuver.
Yeah.
So it kind of turns your leader into 4 points per charge.
Yeah, that's pretty cute synergy there. Of course, well, Radovid would have helped with that later on. But here we see the Behold meeting Joust. So that doesn't actually help, but well, maybe you could have leadered for the Radovid on the previous turn.
Yeah.
Since that was the plan anyway, right? Whenever you spawn a soldier, boost cell by 2. Yeah, kind of makes sense.
that would've
Unless you want,
put the
you are afraid of like enslave,
I'll
but
taste the same coming back up.
Yeah.
so the temple lands. We see Henry to spice it up. Every time you see Henry, you pick Henry, right? Although those cards are not guaranteed to be.
Yeah, and it can be a bit rough. They're using Henry against a pincer maneuver leader, but they can actually gain access to the cards that Henry puts
that's
on
also
the deck.
problematic. But you can just take double Isabel and Henry? Isn't that what Gwent is all about? No, we don't see those options. We actually see Leo, Damian, and Rians.
Damien is interesting. But I don't see it actually being played here.
Well, okay, so Radea goes for what? Just take a lamp? Don't really need. Although your skull potentially could have protected from getting spine on Rune Mage. So this temple is getting clicked.
Yep, the question is, what do you
For
pull here?
what? Like, you know that your original cards are up there, so unless you feel like you need to gain that Radovid, Radovid Wilgefortz,
Yeah,
and you don't really have a great target for it. Okay, not yet.
probably rather get like the Leo here. But the problem is it's not guaranteed you'll find a target. We know that this Oxenfurt Scholar would actually be boosted into Leo range, but that's not really
I suppose
always the
clicking
case.
temple next round is similar points, unless you are expecting that you are getting 2 out, and if you see Erland landing, well, you lost 1 point, no big deal. But for the next round, like, you don't know, maybe one of the created cards is finding its way right into your hand naturally, so you don't have to temple for that.
But yeah, here's the Erland. Goodbye to...
Witchers, not
Wait,
marauders.
what was that which was put back? Oh, the luck, right.
The lock went, Margarita went back, yeah. So what's the state of this Artot at the moment? Nothing was leadered, and Torture is in hand, so nothing yet.
Yeah, we might have to see like Torres for like huge reach. And the nice thing as well is once you play the Torres, you'll see that this Geralt of Rivia is still in deck, and you'll know that there is no Toll Punish in access here for Danirai. So your safety goes towards you like on the Torres. So you get 13 boost.
Exactly. perfect position, but yeah, we're talking about unclicked Erland on the board, so the round was never bound to end here, so it doesn't really matter too much.
And still holding on to the temple order, really just saying, I can catch up, I don't need a click temple yet, I can save it for next round, which is good for you for sticking to yourself like that, because I would have clicked that temple by now. I don't have faith.
Okay, so our nightmare is here. This nightmare? And you're not really getting rid of the board on the opponent's side. I was thinking about the Shub Destroyer random unit. Like, if it was between 10 and 17, you'd take it, but something is getting played now. So you're not getting too low powered units.
Yeah, like Stefan would be nice here to kill these lower power revenants. Yeah, we see the Stefan.
And do you just
sad because
seal?
you don't have any assimilate on board, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
So what are you taking? Drauk over the... Yeah, I assume that's better. There is no reason to YOLO Shoop as an art player. You can just take your Shoop and your talent into the next round. And this allows the mark on spying onto the Rune Mage, which is not ideal. As yeah, that most likely allows PepeSmile to catch up.
Also, did that Berserker High Roller ping onto the angling?
Yes, setting up the perfect kill. And this might be a 4-point Revenant spawned in next patch if the Community Council does the job. So.
Yeah.
Wait, Shub Transform is getting called for, but there is an Temple Order, so it's a bit too risky. I pretty feel better off just playing for points if you are deciding to play it. So, do you just go full points, or do you try resilience? Yeah.
This is quite a point gap. I'm not sure, I mean, depending on the shoe, I guess, but regardless, this is very difficult for A to make up.
So this is a Rune Mage with a couple of Assimilate engines on the board, and Q can be anything. It can be Q on the Rune Mage as well, but yeah, there is nothing for the Toll Punish. Could it somehow be in a Damian? Not really an amazing board state, so yeah, Damian wouldn't play better than the Q onto the... That's a 7-point create.
That's damn there.
So that's close. If you hit a really great card, you need like 12. Those do not look like 12.
Great. Getting some assimilate procs, but I think you're gonna be just short.
Yeah.
By 1 point.
So yeah, if he creates not a 5, but well, yeah, we know that it needs to be a 7, but pretty close. And yeah, I'm not sure if Temple click on a unit would have achieved a better result there. No.
Patience is not a virtue.
But yeah, we are going into the game 3. And this is PepeSmile on blue coin with the Nilfgaard. So yeah, Elves already played on the blue coin, now it's Nilfgaard turn. And going against Danirai's Skellige list that runs Siegfried. Well, not much it's achieving here, but yeah, if you are PepeSmile and you manage to start a hunt, it might end up pretty glorious.
Immortal.
Oh yeah, if you manage to catch us all instead of the beast.
Yeah, the problem is you need some way to get through the Arnulf if you want to use the Glorious Hunt on Serve.
Yeah, so you need to
if
have
you're-
Vilge and Glorious Hunt, or you have to like set up your Enslave. Maybe a bit too much to ask for. But if you are going on a hunt, well, you are aiming for it to be a glorious, you don't just want to hunt some rabbits.
No. Even if they do Kung Fu, I don't think
Yeah.
that'll be quite a tale to brag
Yeah.
about. So here we just see the coffee with Taurus into Marine, and what often tends to
So
happen
Knut,
is we
Sigvald,
recalls the loss.
yeah, that card, sorry. I interrupted you, but yeah, I went to look.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that a tempo pass is very common against this kind of SK list, particularly with something like Assimilate, because in a long round you say, okay, sure, you'll have a good blob in a long round, but I'll be able to set up a lot of Assimilate engines and get a lot of value as this round goes on. So knowing that, Danirai commits a couple leader charges actually to have the Guiding Slash to remove the Marine, knowing it would be very hard to catch up if this Marine was still in the round. And so to catch up, you also use the Heat Wave, but you don't have to go 2 cards down to do so. So this means that a bleed is quite a possibility here for Danirai.
Yeah. So of course after Calvit you're happy to see all those golds and you can replace all your spies and tactics you don't like as well. So one goes, this starts to look like a proper hand. And Knut also finds his way home. Oh, not home. Home away from home, I guess. He likes it in the Empire nowadays. But nobody feels safe in Skellige at the moment with the Balanced Council deciding their fate, basically. I think although moving to Nilfgaard is also not really advisable at the moment.
Dragged in.
Yeah.
Look what the cat dragged in. I hear this voice line quite often, but not from Angolim, but one of the subquotes in chat. But yeah, nowadays she's seen play once again. Temple, card troll the amazing targets. You wouldn't miss out on those as Nilfgaardian player, striving to assimilate everyone into your faction.
Yeah, no, you don't just assimilate the people, but you like pick up the entire locations as well and back to Nilfgaard. Maybe just conquered them, and that's how the location is now part of Nilfgaard.
So, and you built basically an exact replica here. This guy troll there.
Everyone has their secrets.
Okay, so bloodthirsty Warcry is crying seeing the Warcry on Nilfgaard Empire just thriving in the good environment, while this Warcry is just fighting against the ship. We see offensive purification, denying carryover.
Yeah, this it's not great using verification offensively because you give the opponent 6 points, but it's a bit less bad because the blob will be doing damage to the entire board. So that 6 point bear is probably going to become like a 2-ish point bear instead.
But you potentially are saving your... although, yeah, this Swole Blood Sigvolt are probably not really sticking. So what do you copy here? Okay. Another book. Solid pickup. Engines early into the round means a lot of points. So the squirrel doesn't have really anything at the moment. Doubled Wimwander is pretty talented in terms of draws in round 2 when your like card roll is on the board. It's only that in the current state you don't have really great answers, so you need to flip one with the totem. Yeah, might just see exactly that. So Artorius gone. Card roll the prevails. But yeah, those traitors, ships and warcriers are just working against the Skellige Isles.
Falling behind.
This emissary is really nice because it's putting a unit on the other side of the board, which is great against Svarblood. It's sort of just forcing the Svarblood to do more damage to Danarai's own side of the board. And yeah, that early flip on the Bear Abomination means the ceiling on this Svarblood is a bit smaller. It's also not looking great considering how wide the board here is for Danirai. And like, yeah, these domes are getting nice value on the location, but the fact that you're moving units whilst putting more units on your side of the board, again, it's just playing way more into this block.
And this block is also kinda losing its followers left and right. One of them is already transformed and another one is dead. PepeSmile's list wasn't the one with the illusionists. I was just thinking about that potentially sticking in the graveyard and being a target, but no. So Maxi does show that you're drawing your Knut and Sigrifa's right.
Your magic can't harm me. No
It
magic
looks
can.
unlikely for the card to be gained back here for Skellige. So, so what you're really looking to do is just win this short round with the Sove, but as mentioned, fighting into a Vilgefortz and a Glorious Hunt is quite scary. And you don't have a Sigvald or a Knut really right now. Maybe you will in the next round.
Okay, so
But you don't have access to these to really put pressure on the Vilgefortz, but it doesn't matter because Vilga's out here anyways.
yeah. Stefan Skellen still potentially setting up your leader. But yeah, nothing is stopping Danirai here it seems. We see another card dropped. It also activates Sigrifa's right, because before it was kinda not great. Now at least it has the small blood. Can Pepe feel threatened and overreact with Stefan? Yeah, and leader? I think that's... No, okay, just clears it. I was thinking maybe he wants to like steal it from the graveyard as well.
Yeah, if it gets brought back, I mean, I guess you won't have really damaged the combo, but you can worry about trying to enslave it next round, I guess.
Yeah, I'm myself just too focused on the fact that you can... Oh, okay, there is your cool setup by the friendly longship. You'll have to see that as a Nilfgaardian. All things just synergizing, being perfectly helpful to one another.
Pepe gets back the last say by getting the card advantage here. So whilst there is location carryover for Skellige, it could still be like you effectively forced to use the clash here to get the serve kill through, unless you're able to maybe float like a Canute. What I really want to see Danirai do here is, if you can, have the Canute floated on board, which should be very possible. You can just play it and float. You should know that there's not really any damage to deal with it. I guess technically, okay, maybe if there's still coup, that could be problematic.
You are risking the coup.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, you can use your leader, damage it with the Canute, turn the damage into, well, opponent damage. The Glorious Hunt is just finding a lot less value. So yeah.
Not the greatest Sigis ride, but that's why the Martyr was kept, like...
Yeah, but why... Did he just not click Totem?
Leader? Maybe? What else?
It's... I guess.
No, wait, there's no Bloodthirst, so it wouldn't be at 6 and not the perfect value.
I guess I think it was still the leader. He didn't want to put it to 5 and give Pepe a good leader. Now it's out of range. Yeah, blob.
These are taught.
What is Terra Nova pulling?
Sorry?
What's Terra Nova pulling? Is he able to like...
Knut?
Can he copy a Canute to set up a leader? Yeah, I quite like going to all this Marine.
Yeah, okay, so you basically destroy the solve now, right? You just are taught the... no, wait. No, you don't have the freedom of... Yeah, you do. Okay, so you are taught... Knut, hit your Marine and leader it. I think that's happening, right?
Most likely.
No, wait, no, what am I on about? I keep droning about it, and it looks at your side of the board, so you cannot do anything about it. There is, yeah. If I was PepeSmile, I would, and I played on ladder, I would have done the stupid thing, and I would have Glorious Hunt my 6 point, those 5 point Archnilf.
Yeah, could you not have played Canute from Terra Nova? I think. Or were you still sure? What was the numbers? What was the Marino? Like 14?
15?
15. Hey, I think you could have set up a leader onto the Canute. And if you steal the Canute, well, A, you actually have a leader, but B, your Glorious Hunt hits the serve.
Well, you have a leader.
Oh, sorry, it would still hit. Sorry, it would still kill the Arnulf. Never mind, it would still be the biggest
so
space
you have a leader, and you have your Marine taken,
nice.
And we have ourselves a Nilfgaard win. PepeSmile taking it by 2 points. Sweet. Yeah,
That was the perfect line to take to ensure the narrow victory there by PepeSmile.
Yeah, I got tunnel vision on one stupid play, but it wasn't necessary to win it. So PepeSmile is 2-1. We see Danirai take his Nilfgaard. We see musicians already on the board. PepeSmile should be happy with the red coin with that deck. Considering the amount of control you're running, you might be semi-struggling for proactivity here and there. Although...
Yeah, I think with the lack of Muse Generator answer, you just tempo pass as the Nilfgaard. and try to just outpoint the Erland pound for pound in around 3. There is a Triss in this list, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and you just try to get as big a Triss as you can in the round 3.
So, you have a later on perfect offering opening. It's the rightmost card, so you're potentially maximizing your Sunset Wanderer. Oh, not maximizing, but yeah, wasting it. But how many units is there for the mutagen generator?
Friends of the family.
How good is it? It is round, but yeah, we see first the Iris's companions. Yeah, there are you.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
So Imperial Marine is acting as a perfect 5 provision card, guys. Look at this. It just does its job.
Completely balanced.
It can be flipped into the engine later on, but it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It might start with a 3 power, but I don't like the 6 provision idea.
Yeah, I agree. 6 provisions seems a bit harsh. Sounds like a Baron. I think a Philippa too. Drow could be alright here.
Yeah. Okay, so Baron was taken, Draug and Trainer. Just to confirm, yeah. Philippa sometimes is nice to try and snipe a couple of units, especially if we're talking about like slave drivers, mage assassins.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or also like an engine, like a light cavalry or this crossbowman.
Yeah, but now we kind of return into our Imperial Marines, and Baron seems like an extra answer to that.
Yeah.
If to say, is there a second copy? I would assume there is, and there is a Ramon as well as the slave driver, so felt like a more pressing need.
Look behind you. Oh, come on. Just one look.
So that's Beacon says, and Beacon says hopes that no Shillard can hurt him, but since we're not talking about Angulims here, feels quite safe.
Yeah, and now I wonder, do you just take the pass at 7? Do you sort of play one more and then pass? But I really don't see going sort of below 6 cards here. Yeah, there's the pass, Marina's taken away. And what do you do now as Erland? Do you just accept Thorfinn even from Red Coin, which would be not great? Or do you commit further? No, the Muta Generator hasn't been played yet.
Yeah.
So despite not even playing the Muta, you're still behind on so much tempo.
Yeah, that's actually a gap. So your Anseis is playing for 23. You cannot take it in 1, even with the leader charge. Could have been a line otherwise at the cost of Temple. Okay, so I guess Pepe just done the math. Still, most likely I see an Anseis going landing.
Yeah, it has to be Anseis, right? Like a heat wave wouldn't be enough.
I was thinking if he goes to 4 cards with heat wave and Sunset Wanderer coming out, maybe, and leader charges. You can get there. I'm pretty certain. Is it worth it? Well, you keep Anseis over the just heat wave that doesn't really. It answers once again the Marine or something. But
Maybe you're right. Maybe you do just give up the Wanderers to preserve the Anses.
Still needs to lead at once though. Otherwise it was exactly not enough. So we see the maximization of points here. Trying to get extra carryover if you are forced to play the Priestess.
Yeah.
So we are either seeing round 3 Mutagenerator or we're just not seeing Mutagenerator at all. And it's
Like, it
nice.
should still be worth playing in the round 3 because it's not even carryover if you're playing the Erland in the same round. It's basically just a delayed engine.
Yeah.
That's getting for 5 points for each unit that you play. Now, nice draws the Iris's companions for for Danirai here.
Yeah.
Gonna be able to draw into any part of his
As
choosing.
per our
It's
contract.
the Triss.
So gets 9 points of carryover. Well, between Mage Assassin, Renfri's Gank, and 3 cards that you draw, that's already some carryover. If you play your Renfri into the ability of playing 1 card from your deck, it's another one.
Yeah.
And you get to play Iris's companions over Roderick, I guess. So that's like more points, although a bit more expensive. Lerio is just committing crimes in chat. Becoming a meal player. I never would have expected him to be one, but okay, so here is the Mutagenerator. What you didn't do at home, you do before the class started. Yeah, just trying to get some carryover into the deck, just trying to spread some points on the board.
Okay. What do you? I wonder what you're gonna use your modern slave drivers for. Does Danirai think he can get these engines to stick? Does he not care as much because there's only so many flanking spaces to use them on? Just goes for a black maker onto the empty board. Doesn't get the 2 damage, but
See what it is you don't want me to find, eh?
Okay, so 5 points are played. 5 points for Erland already in the bank.
yeah.
But not the greatest unit to play. On the other hand, at the moment, like, it sticks on the board. It does something. It plays for. Sometimes you have him in round 3 and you cannot get your points out, but here he brings that 1 extra point home. Maybe that's the deal breaker.
Uh-oh. Trouble approaches.
And you saw the 2 leaders being used to move the crossbowmen out of offering range, so still a lot of respect for the second offering. But like light cavalries can't really be moved outside of the range of such a card. However, there is no offering in hand, so these engines are looking pretty safe. The only answer is really like this. Anses, Baron can be used in like a Nausicaa, but not looking too hot otherwise.
So you are playing into like 6 card round now with 3 soldier engines on the board.
Long live Accepted.
Yeah, actually.
None can match the power of Nilfgaard.
And yeah, the more the more light cavalries there are on the board, the more threatened Erland must feel. And yeah, the more the more light cavalries there are on the board, the more threatened Erland must feel. And yeah, the more light cavalries there are on the board, the more threatened Erland must feel. And yeah, the more light cavalries there are on the board, the more threatened Erland must feel.
Yeah.
Because
You
at the
probably
moment you
need
can
to get-
still, like, yeah, you only have 1 leader charge. So you cannot really bounce him back, click Rudanian Agent to buff him more. There is a Squire, but Squire kinda leads Erland into
Needs
the
to stick
trap.
in the
Both
first place as well.
But there is the Zeal,
Axe or mace, sir.
so it's gonna get clicked. But Erland kinda needs to be played next, and you cannot sneak. Your only card is Curse of Corruption.
Does it get...
Back in line.
I thought it was Adrenaline 3 on the immune.
The Emperor shall be
No,
proud
that's what I mean. You cannot play him now, and the only card that you could have played is COC,
right.
because any other unit just takes away the
Yeah, I
Squire.
Yeah,
Infusion.
COC is not good here though, because you
Yeah,
actually control
well.
the tallest unit with this Redanian
Yeah.
Knight, so...
So that premature. Like, yeah, you get your Cinder Knight infused here. You can turn one of them off. Well, you can start like dueling, but not the cavalry, okay? And says hold your horses. Okay, that works. Fine. The problem has been solved. Just discard then. Lost 5 boy. So this is 4 provisions, I'm not sure. Yeah, there are a bunch of them. It wasn't a 5 provision card. Alternative was to draw a special, but you cannot draw offering and there is nothing left. Well, there is nothing in general.
Yeah.
Man. There is still like offensive trees, right? That lowers Erland's power.
Oh yeah, that works as well, yeah,
Uphold
yeah.
the knightly banner.
Ellen does die here
That is our
too.
quest.
I mean, even a slave driver... oh no, okay, it does get boost. So... 2
6 is what you need. She's not a soldier. This doesn't shoot,
it
so
lives.
it's fine. Yeah, you cannot
unless
create another
Renfrew roll.
cavalry, and yeah, the crossbowman does nothing this turn, unless I'm
You
missing
could-
something.
Yeah, if you're all for like play a unit,
Renfrew.
or you're like damage and the split damage as your infusion.
Okay,
can
you
still get a
can
kill
go
with
for
the Renfrew.
Renfrew random damage as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I wouldn't move one of the cavalry's front row then. Something
Yeah,
was
that's
moved,
what I would have expected.
because that's like guaranteed damage. 1 extra. This... Ah! But... yeah, that's not enough.
Wants to keep the flanking on the crossbowman. So Erland lives, and now your curse is online. Grant not looking hot. Can kill
Oh.
a 7.
I don't know, looks pretty hot. Flames are burning. I have no idea what you mean by that. Very hot curse that must be dropped ASAP, otherwise it's gonna burn a hole in your pocket, hand, glove, whatever you're using.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it really burns a hole in the board here of Danirai, if it more just sort of lightly scorches it. Pun not intended. So it does mull the curse, and instead just plays this priestess. Because yeah, you can kind of like negate that boost because it would come through with the Erland here anyway. But still playing for like 8 points, which is similar to the curse. Maybe the curse would have been a bit better though for playing around the Triss if it did hit this front row Renfrew's gang or this back row light cavalry.
So
Kind of sad Ancestor Baron here.
quick math on the trees play. Not really anything too complicated, but why bother?
Yeah.
Game calculates the points. You just play cards, you put numbers inside the Gwent machine, and things are getting returned. This Baron doesn't have a great target though, so...
No.
What?
And,
Please give it. Baron is not take it away.
No. So that's the win there for the Northern Realms, and that does tie our series up 2-2 now, correct?
Yes, so PepeSmile loses this one, and now we got ourselves a decider. Great job by Danirai. Got his soldiers working almost entire round, and that was add a card now. We never know. We have to watch this series, find out who is the winner, and then get to that part. I also might have not set it up. So,
yeah, so
Decider,
the final game of this series. Not amazing draws, missing the Image Generator, missing the Temple. Does find the Owl God at least. These offerings can be nice against Drakars, especially in the round 1 before like a Svarplot totem is established.
And Radovit is nice, like, if you have to find your cards, at least you already got Radovit to replenish some of this wasted leader charges.
Out of the crowns. Come on, quick now.
Okay. So early leader means early commitment here for Danirai.
So we got ourselves a temple into...
Ooh, defenders. Not bad. So it's Prophet Levioed in this matchup actually. Ansel or Resilience, probably Ansel, but that's still not amazing.
Okay, so we got Donimir, Hansel, and Tildekal. There is a siege tower. For that Hansel to pull. Heatwave, Unsays, Curse of Corruption is a pretty powerful trio in terms of control. You just need targets. You need to get to that point where opponent is giving you target and you show them the answer. At the same time, playing the Muta Generator for 0 tempo is kinda putting you into that position where your opponent decides, I'll give you something here. I have Knut. Do you want to hit with that?
Doesn't feel great,
Yeah.
but you might need to.
Long live, etc., etc.
Okay, the Knut is not activated, so you are just taking it, traveling into the next round. Although,
Yeah.
this is some sort of verification happening. It's not verification, but you take a bear and you hit the Knut, so some sort of verification. He's getting his berserk on.
So... I wonder if there's an argument to just heat... It would be another 0 tempo play, but you might need to just heat wave the location here to have a chance of winning the round as PepeSmile. Because this Dwayne being used on the location is going to play for so many points.
That's a solution. That's a Muta Generator and a half. Getting almost no value. One top of it.
Yeah. There's this window. And those are some really lucky draws. Or was there a Centurion Envoy to set them up near the top? I can't remember. And also the Iris in hand does get mulliganed, hoping to draw into the Iris's companions.
So yeah, as Lero points out, yeah, this Siegfried and Heatwave thing also is on the books for Erland. So that value generated from Utah and sucked onto the Erland might have not been the greatest. But now, Danirai kinda knows that this Erland is not really that huge.
Traveling is an option.
Well, it still plays for some points if you drop the Iris into your graveyard, but it's not
And
as
this
big.
is like the part of the rough bit of not playing with the Shoop list, because the Shoop, it feels really nice using Shoop to answer an artifact. You even get like a 6-point body to spare in doing so.
Yeah.
But heat waving this K-Troll feels so much worse. And like the associated loss in tempo, you just haven't really had a good time to be able to deal with it. So the opponent just gets to freely use Dwim for a lot of value.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the additional value of the military temple in play in this Hansel as a friendly siege tower almost at all the time, so every time it's getting pulled from the temple. It's
Never need ask me
cute
twice.
combo. Valerio is just suggesting some scenarios in chat, but players going like, nah, defender is already out, so Erland is once again endangered anymore. Okay, so no defender.
It's like this blood is alright, but the opponent's board isn't that wide here. You don't get a huge amount of value, and you don't even have totem to the blob, so yeah, never even mind. You could Sigdrief as a Riot Canute to trigger the blob, but that's kind of it. Yeah, this bleed is starting to look a little ill-fated, I think. Should be possible for Pepe to start getting ahead if there isn't really like a huge commitment here made by Danirai.
We will be together. Naught can stand in our way.
Okay, so Hansel.
Let's not get ahead.
Hansel is there. Yeah, so this gets ahead, right? The cooldown is moving.
Yes, the
At the
cooldown will
start,
take for
at
1
the
point
start
at
of
the
the
start of the
turn.
turn.
So yeah, that was getting him ahead.
No, horse, I said.
And once
Wanted the
again,
exercise, I said.
A bit. I don't know why you would play that Envoy front row since it gets Zeal. Oh, sorry, for the Hensel, that's why. Yeah. So you would have gotten formation playing it back row, but
yeah,
the
that's
cooldown will take and
that's
get
kind of
the
cute.
Hensel value. Yeah. Actual synergy.
Yeah. So you just put. Oh, okay. Now it's a lost point, okay? It's synergy, but at the same time, it's kind of a point wasted somewhat.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Hansel. You occasionally, especially playing his like dedicated deck, you're maximizing points, you're clicking everything, and then he's just like getting top punished.
Yeah.
So could have just clicked all the things regardless.
Yeah, I think you just duel this Drakkar with the Anses. Nicely done, you get ahead. And even if the heat wave is used here onto the Anses' reach, you're able to sort of, I guess, play whatever you like here to really get ahead. So you get the not last say here.
To keep your card, yeah.
Yeah.
So So no carryover in form of
notably so-
locations. But also no carryover on Erland, basically. Iris in deck, offerings in deck, all got in hand. Well, as we talked about, yeah, the Siegfried into Heatwave were potentially just answering. We also see the Siegfried being kept.
Yeah. So this is like where it gets a bit awkward, right? Because to play around the Siegfried into Heatwave, you really need to play your Erland as Actually, no, without the last say, you can't play around it. If you play Erland second to last, Siegfried Heatwave as the last two cards will deal with the Erland. So
there's kind of no points on Pepe's side of the board at the moment, but well, the square sticks. What's your best card? You cannot go for Iris.
No, unfortunately can't shoot at the neutrals. I know how big the priest is.
And
so
there is like no point. I mostly meant that like she might be points, but those points are lost anyway, and everything else is just bronzes. The priestess has 3 charges, but doesn't have a buff unless you want to.
There they go. It's dealt with.
So Sigrifa's Rind has Svolblood as the best target.
Yeah.
Well, there is like a question of solve on Aeromancy Totem missing on Danirai's side. It's all nice and sweet, but yeah, Danirai also doesn't have the most points available.
Yeah, I mean, without the Sove, this is maybe doable for Pepe, but like it's really rough because you have a bit of a lack of activity. Are we actually going to see a full leader? Oh, we see a full leader here. This actually does enable a curse for Pepe.
Yeah.
I wonder if you sort of greed it, thinking there's going to be a Sove. Like it would be, we know it would be correct to just use it now. But like, Right, knowing your opponent runs curse makes you do weird things with a Sove. So I'm not sure what Pepe will do here. Just establishes his own engine.
So Danirai has to play Sigrifa's right at the moment. You don't really want to feed Arnulf even more, even if there's like a shroom that is good for you. True.
Yep. Yeah, I mean this Modern is looking to go pretty damn tall right now. And setting this curse up quite nicely. There's the Arnulf one.
Oh, there is no more Stole Punish that Danirai can expect. He knows what's gone. Nothing really should scare him. Yeah, like I don't see any points that PepeSmile is generating that Heatwave doesn't just answer.
Our suffering binds us.
Yeah, this Siegfried into Heatwave cleanly deals with the Erland.
Wait.
And that should basically just be game.
Yeah, but this Siegfried is only... How? No. What? There are no points coming from Danirai as well. He missed some of his points and...
Yeah, like, no, Sove is huge, but who needs Sove when you have the absolute Chad Siegfried to deal with the Erland?
So this is what? Wait.
1 point.
Yeah, that
priest
was
takes it with the
yeah, the priest was taken. I was expecting infusion on the knight for some reason, but that was cleaned by this Siegfried OP.
Yeah.
So close,
Yes,
and like
the
With Infusion it would have been a well, depends when it was, but it was just cleaned last turn, right? I'm not imagining. So
Yeah.
by Purify, players playing basically 0 point turns, more or less. Yeah, like 5.6 point
rough.
tempos. Okay,
Not the
so
usual.
what a series. What an ending to the series.
Yeah.
Danirai missed a lot, but yeah, it was awkward from both sides. So wait, is it? Yeah, Danirai 3, PepeSmile 2. So Danirai versus PepeSmile gonna be, oh, Danirai versus Joskichel will be one of the semifinals, played on. And Paps told me to show you one picture, and there is nothing I can comment on that. You have to draw your conclusions, but there it goes. Not sure what it's supposed to signify, but I guess you can draw your own conclusions. Oh, Matol, explain. Big. Matol Gwent, yeah, spam Matol Gwent.